I was asking him, if he would ever have any more kids. And he was like, no, man. Honestly, I possibly have another child out there. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, this girl I used to date way back, she gave this baby up for adoption and never got to, see it because he didn't know if it was a girl or boy.
After finding out she was adopted, Ms. Diaz has been on a 30-year journey to find her biological father, but her loving adoptive mom is scared she'll just get her heart broken again.
You have petitioned the court for the results of a DNA test, but you claim your adoptive mother, Ms. Mendoza, is trying to stop you from discovering the truth. Mrs. Mendoza, you state you doubt whether your adopted daughter has actually found her biological family. You say you fear today's results will just leave her heartbroken.
Her loving adoptive mom says she was told she could never have kids, so when a friend's husband got his mistress pregnant and neither wanted the baby, she stepped in to give her a home.
I was 20 years old. I was told that I was not ever going to have children. The opportunity arose for me to be able to raise a child. One of my ex-husband's best friends came and told us that he had gotten his mistress pregnant, her biological mother. She came to live with us. We came to the agreement. I was to raise this child. I was going to love her unconditional. She was my...
The search was so hard. For her 15th birthday, she didn't want a party. She just wanted to meet her biological mother to get some answers.
How did that come to be?
When Leah Selda was about to turn 15, I had to come to her and approached her and told her that it was time to start making preparations for her quinceañera, which is like a coming out party from transitioning from a child to a woman. Well, I was devastated when she told me that she didn't want a quinceañera, that what she wanted for her 15th birthday was to meet her biological mother.
Years later, a man named Carnell Honeycutt Jr. replied to an old online ad she posted. He said he thought they might be brother and sister.
I put an ad out searching for my biological father. I didn't get a response right away until July of 2013. The one who replied was Carnell Honeycutt Jr. And he told me that he felt like we were related, that we may share the same father.
How did he find her? He was talking to his dad, who was in jail, and his dad confessed that he might have another child out there that was given up for adoption.
Ever have any more kids? And he was like, no, man. Honestly, I possibly have another child out there. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, this girl I used to date way back, she gave this baby up for adoption and never got to, see it because he didn't know if it was a girl or boy.
The dad in jail was so excited. He was mad at the biological mom for never telling him, saying if he had known, he would have taken care of my own child.
I told him, and he was excited, but he was really upset, disappointed at, the woman that he was with at the time. He was really mad because he was like, I would have known this, I would have taken care of my own child.
So
he even sent a letter from jail. It said, I don't need a DNA test to know. You're my daughter, and I just know it.
Almost have closure to the unanswered questions you wanted for so long. The photos I received of you clearly shows that you have the Honeycutt genes. In my heart, I always knew I had a child out there, but could not prove it. I don't need a DNA test to know. You're my daughter, and I just know it.
But Ms. Diaz's adoptive dad is angry. He's been there for her whole life and just wants this painful search to stop so his wife won't be so upset.
Kind of makes me angry. We've been there for her all this time, and especially it upsets my wife. I just wanted to quit because every time she does that, it hurts my wife a lot. And not only that, it hurts the other kids that we got. And every time it doesn't come out the way she wanted, it hurts her too. I just want this to stop.
Judge Lake has the results. Will this woman who has searched her whole life finally find her family, or is this another dead end?
probability of siblingship is 0.6%, which means they do not share biological parents. You're Ms. Merchant, and your name?
I'm Patrice Hansen.
So, Ms. Merchant, you were married to Mr. Hansen. At the time that Miss Percival was conceived.
Yes, I knew that she was born. I knew she was his when she was born.
For 31 years, Ms. Percival has been rejected by Mr. Hansen, the man her mom says is her father, who accepted her other sister, but not her.
You say for the past 31 years, your father has never been willing to accept you as his biological daughter.
Your Honor.
But his excuse is a shocker. He says he was married to another woman at the time, and his daughter with his wife was born just 1 month after Ms. Percival.
Why is it you deny hurt.
I was married with another woman at the time. There's no way. Me and the other woman that I was in a relationship with was having a baby. And I don't cheat.
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
with somebody, I stay with somebody. I just got out of a 20-year marriage. I was with the woman 20 years, never cheated on her.
You're in a marriage. You say you never cheated on your wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Ms. Percival's mother, Charlene, says that's a total lie. She claims he was running back and forth between her and his wife, Trossi.
And I told her, we kept going back and forth. We were seeing each other back and forth. And then I had met somebody too, and I was sleeping with him. And then he was going back and forth to Tracy.
But Mr. Hansen insists he would never cheat on Trossi, ever, and even offers to take a lie detector test to prove it.
His contention
That's wrong.
is that he was married and he never cheated.
I'll take a lie detector test. I would never cheat on Tracy, ever.
He claims he didn't even know Ms. Percival existed until she was 12 or 13 years old. The mom says she told him, but he just denied her.
No, I didn't take off.
No,
I
yes,
was
you did.
refused to eat my daughter.
you refused
But I never
yourself.
I didn't even know she was even around at 12 or 13 years old. I didn't even know she existed.
No,
I even knew
no,
that she was
no.
around. Yeah, I don't want to hear
No.
that.
And were you clear with him when you were pregnant, this is your child?
Yes, I did tell him, and he told me no, I wasn't.
Surprise! The other woman is his ex-wife, Trossi, and their daughter, Treyasa. Trossi says she knew he was cheating because their daughters were born just 28 days apart.
You're Ms. Merchant, and your name?
I'm Patrice Hansen.
All right. So, Ms. Merchant, you were married to Mr. Hansen. At the time that Miss Percival was conceived,
Yes, I knew that she was born. I knew she was his when she was born.
Now Mr. Hansen drops another bomb. He says his wife cheated on him with his older brother. He claims that's why he doubts their daughter is even his.
you're also denying that Miss Hansen is your daughter.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, no.
Me while we were married with
Your
my
Honor.
older brother. And I didn't even find this out until 5 years after we were divorced, that rumors were going around that she'd slept with my brother. I confronted my brother and he told me yes, he did.
His daughter Treyasa is heartbroken. She says he told her when she was just 11 that her uncle might be her real dad.
He did tell me that he thought that my uncle or somebody in the family was my father.
When
And,
did he tell you this?
Could be, I said.
probably around 11.
When
10
you
or
were
11.
11? So you grew up not knowing if your father, the person you thought was your father, or your uncle,
Yeah.
was your biological father.
After decades of lies and family betrayals, first of 2 DNA results is here for Treyasa, the daughter he raised but accused of being his brother's.
When it comes to the paternity of Ms. Hansen, Mr. Hansen, you are her father.
No, I love you.
Now for Ms. Percival, the daughter he's denied for 31 years. Is this cheater who lied to everyone her real dad after all?
When it comes to the paternity of Ms. Percival, Mr. Hansen, you are her father. Was that because he was with you or because you all made a decision? Was it a three-way consultation?
No, Your Honor. He was there at the birth. I felt like Nathan wasn't even ready if it was his own son because he didn't have a job. He didn't have a vehicle. He still lived with his parents, his aunt, somebody.
This family tree is a total mess. 2 first cousins, Cordell and Nathan, are in court because one of them is the father of baby Arrow, and their own mothers are identical twins.
She's one of the identical twins, submitted a statement to the court. The other identical twin.
The man who thinks he's the dad, Cordell, has a super strong bond with the baby. He says the baby smiles and crawls to him as soon as he gets home from work.
I come home from work, he smiles, crawls over to me. I leave, he cries until she comes home. He's just like my little buddy.
But he's also happy for his cousin. He says if the baby turns out to be his cousin's, he'll be happy because it would be his first child.
But at the same time, I'm happy because it'd be his first. And I'm happy for Kayla regardless because me and her had our miscarriage.
But the men's aunt is in court and she's spilling the tea. She says the baby mama tells one cousin he's the daddy, then turns around and tells the other one he's the daddy.
What do you know about this man?
I do know that she tells Nathan all the time, "You're the daddy." Then she'll go back to Cordell and say, "You're the daddy."
The drama at the hospital was real. The mom says she had an emergency C-section and Nathan didn't show up because he had no transportation.
I was told that she had a doctor's appointment that day, and I told her to keep me updated, and I had no transportation. She went under emergency C-section, and
So who's on the birth certificate? It's Cordell. She says she put him on it because Nathan didn't have a job or a car and wasn't even ready to be a dad.
Oh, you put Mr. Nicola on the birth.
Signed it, yes.
Was that because he was with you or because you all made a decision? Was it a three-way consultation?
No, Your Honor. He was there at the birth. I felt like Nathan wasn't even ready if it was his own son because he didn't have a job. He didn't have a vehicle. He still lived with his parents, his aunt, somebody.
The judge calls her out. She wasn't picking the biological father. She was picking the best father for her baby.
So you picking the best father. You're not picking the biological father, you picking the best father.
The poor other cousin Nathan is heartbroken. He feels like she pushed me aside for him to be the dad, and it ripped my heart out.
It just really ripped my heart out because I thought she loved me more than to do that. But then again, I mean,
you thought she loved you more.
Not enough to not that she wouldn't have done that to me.
When you say done that to me, can you explain?
That she just basically pushed me aside for him to be the dad is what I feel.
The judge perfectly breaks down the drama. Nathan, the little brother, fell for his idolized big brother's girl, and now she's chosen the big brother over him.
I just got it. That's your brother, but you the big brother. He idolizes his big brother. His big brother had a girl. Girl was beautiful. When my big brother does things she doesn't like. And now she's keeping my baby away from me because now she really wants to be with my big brother, so they've taken my baby and made a family.
The DNA results are here. Which one of these cousins is the real father of baby Arrow?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Nicola.
No, then my boyfriend.
Were there multiple men you were sleeping with during the time of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know when you got pregnant, you did not know who the father of your child was?
Yes, Your Honor. But at the hospital, it was only one other person that I knew who came with us was my boyfriend, but I met him when I was already 5 months pregnant.
In this truly heartbreaking case, Ms. Alexander is in court to fulfill her late son, Nicholas's final wish, to get a DNA test for a baby he was never sure was his.
You and your daughter are here today because your son contacted Paternity Court. He was seeking a DNA test on a baby he was unsure. Sadly, just 2 weeks later, he died in a tragic accident.
The grandma claims it was even worse. She says Ms. Jackson told her there were several other men and that 2 other guys were at the hospital waiting to see the baby.
William was first born, the child was first born. She said that it was other men. It was 2 other guys.
That's not true.
There, and when the baby was born, they looked at it and looked at it, and they said it didn't look like them, and they dabbed each other and they left.
Ms. Jackson denies this, saying the only other person at the hospital was her new boyfriend, who she met when she was already 5 months pregnant.
Were there multiple men at the hospital baby was born?
No, then my boyfriend.
Were there multiple men you were sleeping with during the time of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know when you got pregnant, you did not know who the father of your child was?
Yes, Your Honor. But at the hospital, it was only one other person that I knew who came with us was my boyfriend, but I met him when I was already 5 months pregnant.
Even with all the doubt, Nicholas was so excited when the baby was born. A picture shows him happily holding his potential son for the very first time.
I do have a picture of him holding him when Will came out after I got done holding him.
He was excited when the baby
And when he first came out, as I was holding him, he was telling me to hurry up so he can get him.
So he was excited to hold the baby for the first time.
I do have a picture of him holding my baby.
Ms. Jackson says she tried to get a DNA test the day the baby was born, but the hospital said no, and Nicholas wasn't willing to go through child support to get one done.
You know, got a paternity test for William.
I did try to get a paternity test the day William was born, but the hospital told me we had to go to another place, and I tried taking him to that place, but he wasn't willing to do that with me, because I had to open up a case with child support against him for me to take that DNA test.
Tragically, just 2 weeks before he died, he finally agreed to go with her to the child support office, but they couldn't get the test done that day.
They hooked up to go to child support, but they couldn't do it. I had talked Nicholas into doing that because I said, I don't believe he's yours.
The grandma reveals a painful secret. Nicholas had been tricked before by another woman who claimed her baby was his when it wasn't, which is why he was so scared.
And Nicholas had a previous relationship, and the girl told him the child was his, and it turned out it wasn't.
And they were actually in a relationship.
And they was in a relationship, not no fly-by-night. That was a fly-by-night relationship.
In a sweet moment, it's revealed that Nicholas loved the baby so much, he named him William after his own grandfather.
Nick actually named my baby.
William is named after my grandfather.
That is an interesting piece of information. Why would your son give Miss Jackson's son your grandfather's name?
Judge Lake has the results. Is baby William the last living piece of a young man gone too soon, or will this family's heartbreak continue?
It has been determined that Mr. Nicholas Alexander is not the father
there was a possibility that there was another man involved.
Men were at the house after the baby was born. It was no big thing to you because you had already told both
I
of them.
told both of them. There's a possibility it could be Kevin, and a possibility it could be the other. And that's why I got the paternity test done, because I wasn't sure.
After 18 years of being her dad, Mr. Bell is suddenly denying his daughter, Tiana. Why? Because her mom once lied and said her other kid was his, but a DNA test proved she was a liar.
So, Mr. Bell, you say you're sorry this hurts Ms. Others, but you may not be her father. You state that the plaintiff's mother fraudulently claimed you fathered another one of her children, and now you believe she's lying again.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's so shady. When the judge asks if he really ambushed his daughter at McDonald's, he first says probably, then I can't recall that, before finally admitting it.
You admit this McDonald's day happened?
Probably.
Probably.
Can't recall that. I don't recall that.
Mr. Bell, if you forget a fact like that, your credibility is shot.
No. Because that wasn't a topic of conversation when I met her at McDonald's. When we did talk about it, it was not at McDonald's.
The mom, Mary, admits she did have another baby that wasn't his, claiming she told him there was another man involved. He says that's a compulsive lie.
But he also knew that there was a possibility that there was another man involved.
Men were at the house after the baby was born. It was no big thing to you because you had already told both
I
of them.
told both of them. There's a possibility it could be Kevin, and a possibility it could be the other. And that's why I got the paternity test done, because I wasn't sure.
Enter Grandma McKnight. She calls the mom a low-down, filthy liar, 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, and says she's been a bad influence.
Because she's such a liar, Your Honor. She is such a low-down, filthy liar.
And
she don't even know.
Did you have any doubts at that time?
No doubts at all, Your Honor. No doubt. Only when the baby was born, the little boy.
So you don't doubt her?
I don't doubt
you.
Your
Believe
Honor.
that she's your son's child?
I believe there's a possibility, yes.
The family feud is real. Tiana says her grandma was never in her life and is a manipulator. Grandma says Tiana is just very disrespectful.
No, she has not, Your Honor.
No, I
only
haven't.
because she is very disrespectful.
Oh,
she goes around
I'm
talking
disrespectful?
about everybody, including her son.
I'm your grandmother. You're supposed to
what?
respect me.
No.
I'm your grandmother. You're supposed to respect me.
If you
Okay, thank
disrespect
you.
me, I'm gonna disrespect you.
Tiana's pain is real. She says every daughter needs her father, and she never had that, which led her down a tough path in life.
Daughter needs her father in her life, and I didn't have that. I didn't have that father figure to come tell me right from
I
wrong.
go downtown. No. I go downtown, and I see them downtown.
The ultimate threat. Tiana admits she posted on Facebook that if he is her father, he will never see me or my son again because he's hurt her so much.
No, it's not. Yes, I did say that.
And you posted on Facebook that he will never see you or the baby.
I sure did.
Okay.
I sure did.
Did you post on Facebook exactly?
I told him after this results come out, whether he is or he isn't my father, he would not see me or my.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this 18-year-old lie be exposed, or is he actually the dad he's always been?
In the case of Others versus Bell, as it pertains to 18-year-old Tiana, Mr. Bell, you are not.
I knew it!
Thank you!
This couple's engagement is totally on the line. Mr. Watson says if the DNA test proves he's not the dad of 4-year-old Kevin, the wedding is off.
You say today's results will determine the future of your relationship.
It will. I've known her since we were kids. We need to get these results because, we are engaged and I would like to marry her and I really hope this is my son.
And you say the relationship's on the line, meaning if the results don't turn out the way you would like, the relationship?
It's out the window, Your Honor. It's over with.
His biggest reason for doubt? He was away for a while, and when he came back, he found out she had 2 other men living in their house.
And so you were away and you came home. What did you find when you came home?
She had 2 men staying with her and they were showering her with gifts and...
Her weak excuse for the 2 roommates? She had no job, so she let close family friends stay to help with bills. She swears nothing was going on.
Miss Mahoney, did you have 2 men living with you?
Yes, ma'am.
You did?
I had no job. I had nothing to fend for myself. They were close family friends and they just wanted to help me help them. I agreed to let them stay, and if I needed a toilet paper down, anything, they would help provide it.
And so were you providing them with anything besides a place to stay?
A bedroom.
But Mr. Watson says one of those men admitted to getting with her. When he tried to confront her about it with the man present, she refused.
Are you sleeping with?
Yes, Your Honor. He said yes.
There's been many girls doing it to the same. We have a problem where there's lots of people that were in our life trying to split us up.
So he said he was having sex with Miss Mahoney?
Yes.
You confronted her about that?
Yes, Maul.
What
And
did
when
she
I
say?
asked him, I told him we can go together in front of this person and ask them, and he doesn't
But when
want
I
to.
say let's go in front of him, she never does.
Then a friend of hers dropped another bomb on him. She allegedly called him and said Ms. Mahoney was with multiple men and guys were crawling through the window late at night.
A friend called me one day and was like, I wanna tell you everything. And she basically told me everything, the friend told me how she was sleeping with multiple men, plus the 2 staying with her, and how men were crawling through the window late at night, get them back.
Why would I have to have somebody crawl through a window?
But here's the crazy twist. Ms. Mahoney says that so-called friend was just lying because she had also gotten together with Mr. Watson under a bridge.
And this is what her former friend told you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I just found out they had sexual intercourse under a bridge, okay? Under a bridge.
He denies it at first, but when the judge presses him, Mr. Watson finally admits he did have contact with her best friend.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman in any kind.
We've heard that before.
Right.
Was there sexual contact?
Yes, Your Honor.
Plot thickens. She claims they already took a DNA test through the state, proved he was the father with 99.9% certainty.
And we got DNA.
You took a DNA test?
Yes, ma'am. I went and was on government assistance and child support. We have to comply with them. And they asked me who the father was. I told them who he was, and he ran from all the things, and finally they found him and had him go up there and take the DNA.
What did the DNA test say?
99.9%.
But he thinks those results were fake. He says it took 7 to 8 months to get them, and that her friend has a history of forging papers.
I even posted it on Facebook.
First of all, I didn't see no government stamp on it. And when she showed me it, quote me on this if I'm wrong, when I read it, it read like 99
Of the black population in America, that he's 99.
7-8 months just to get here, and there was
Because
no
like
7 to 8 months.
They couldn't find him.
Judge Lake has the envelope that will decide their future. Is Mr. Watson the father, or is their engagement about to spectacularly blow up in the courtroom?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Watson, you are the father.
See?